Hey everyone, how's it going? So now we have a post beautifully styled, if I may say so myself. What we're going to do now is actually load the posts, because at the moment, in order to see the posts, we can post something, we see it, and then as soon as we refresh the page, it's gone forever. So let's actually retrieve the posts when we load the page. So going back to our text editor, what I'm going to do is close down my CSS file for a bit, just so it's out of the way. What else are we going to close down? I'll close down mixins.pug, and that's it. I'll leave all the rest open for now. So what we're going to do is create a new file, but it'll be a new JavaScript file, or a new client-side JavaScript file. So we're going to do it in the same folder we created this common.js. So on the side, go to your JS folder, which is in the public folder, right-click on it, and click New File, and call this home.js. So this is going to be the JavaScript file that only the home page has. So if you remember earlier in the course, I mentioned that there's a common JS file which all the pages will share, but then each page can have their own JavaScript file, which is what this is going to be. Now this is actually going to be a really simple file. It's just going to load the post when the page loads. But before we can do that, we need to actually link this JavaScript file. So what we'll do is add the script here, but where do we add it? So we've got this block content part, and if we added it here, let's say we added a script tag right here, which we're not going to do, but if we did it there, what it would mean, if I just open up main layout right here, you'd see that because this is the block content, right, and in the home.pug, this is the block content we're adding to, it would essentially add that script here, which means it's coming in the middle of the page, essentially, right before we've done any of these scripts. So what we want to do is add it to this part, the script's down here, but on a condition. So we essentially want to be able to say, if it's the home page, add the home JavaScript file. If it's the messages page, add the messages JavaScript file. But we don't really want to do it like that. Some conditions like if this page do this, if this page do this, that's not what we want to do. So what we're going to do instead is create a new block in here, but in between these two, like this, and it's going to be a block called scripts. So we're creating a second block, just like we did with this content. We're creating a different block called scripts, and in here is where we will add any of the additional JavaScript files or scripts. So that means that in home.pug, you can essentially just add append to the block here. What I'm going to do is say block scripts, and then we can just add it in here. So I will say script, and then go down to this one that says src, and the source of it is just going to be what's it going to be? It's in the JS folder, and then it's called home.js, but we can just leave it like that. So let's give that a try, see if that worked. That should hopefully have inserted it right between these two. So why are we adding it here? Why not add it at the top like that? Well, we're not adding it above these because we might want to use these in this file. These are like the foundation JavaScript files, like the jQuery and the Bootstrap. So maybe we'd want to use those in that file. So we don't want it to come first. I suppose it could probably come after this. So if you wanted to, you could probably switch this around. But it doesn't matter. Let's just stick it here. And what we're going to do is give that a save. And I'll go back to home.js. And then I'll just do something when the page loads. So just to verify that it worked, we're going to say $, and then document.ready. So this is just like we did before. We're creating a bit of code which is going to execute when the document or the page is ready. So everything's loaded. And then just put your block of code in there, your callback. And then all we're going to do is just say alert, it worked. Okay, give it a save. And let's go and refresh the page. And we don't see it, so it didn't work. So what I'm going to do is go to the console tab and hopefully see an error which will give us some clues. So we see 404 not found. So why are we seeing that? And I missed the .js from the name. So where is it? Home.pug, and just add the .js there. And now let's see if it worked, and it did. So make sure you add the .js there. That's my mistake. I got confused from earlier. But it's good. We've added a home page and we can see it there. Now, we don't have any other pages to verify that it wouldn't be added, but just trust me, without this, it won't be there. Okay, so that's it. We have our home.js now, and all we're going to do is essentially just load the posts from here, and that's it.